So I gotta be honest and show my Republican side. My Republican. Height, weight, speed, operation, and gradient. Um, let's say we were gonna ask ourselves questions. 16 chambers, the size of the missiles in Vallejo at the library. Honest Johns. Mach 8.6, 68.97 enriched warhead at the tip. A 650 by 825 mile radius guaranteed. 1.5, 4 dimensions, 4. Speed is 3, 2.1 is combustion. 68.14. Part validity, deviation to the split, 164, 1010 hyperbinary. Not the drawing with the triangle. 9716. 4 is the difference again. 4 subliminal subchambers. Each one of the chambers holds an atomic warhead. Kill efficiency is every 850 mile, 60 times the size of the Tsar Bomba in each thermal use. Now, if that's the Peacekeeper, as we'll call it, Wansun 20, we don't get more efficient Project Peacekeeper. Project Tractor, if you were going to ask the differences of a 16.93 to 3.86 kiloton enriched head going instead of at Mach 8.9, saying we're asking our questions to be more like 10.8 to 12.3, and saying our combustional mix and our PAT. I remember my missile summit, and you said I can't work for you for an Iron Dome. I can't be the impeachment agent. I can't work. So 9 million on Schnick, 500,000 of the new Brit, and the Yaris, 1.75 million megaton nukes, 30 times the size, and Mach 8, also known as Project Planet Killer. I can make half the size of the Grand Canyon in one hole, and one detonation. I only made like 3,000 as an adjustment to rank, and being confirmed. Now, those Yarises, and that Anshnik Project Tractor allows for those to be moved in independent nuclear missile also trucks. I have asked that every frigate destroyer and be able to start putting it on their borders and in strategic locations around their beaches, in case of it, for purposes of leadership. Now, my favorite, love America, so loving. Our Anwar, which is still a territory of the Crown, will be set up for abort with those on it. Jamaica, before the second State of the Union, going into will have a fully new Dominican Republic, fully. The Anschnick project and the Gleiten are already in Cuba. I'm trying to convince them that they can get purchase a Yaris for the benefit for Republicanism. Republican. MAGA Republican. And with our current administrator's agreement on what they said was appropriate, the 4 islands outside of San Diego that are 179.3 miles, that in Tijuana would mean our 500,000 and 35 of those. So if I can get 35, Anschnicks, and maybe let's say 8 or 10, 15 Yarises, it'll be for the American benefit for leadership. I'm hoping to do that because of how asylum's seen, the gross malice and intentional negligence and political ideology before Christmas, to how serious my asylum issue is. Next week, about Thursday, so I believe is the meeting between, so I'll get to be able to talk in Chinese, knowing that we'll still be in the budget shortfall after a county commission. I'm hoping I can convince them to begin the deployment and the movement of those ICBMs for the Republican view in me. Just letting everybody know how MAGA, I guess I'm enjoying my day-to-day just a little bit. 500,000 deployment and 35 ICBM nuclear missiles within 150 miles of the border, or within the next probably 45 to 60 days. Knowing that on December 19, we still have the Blue Angel, the 3 Fat Man, the 1 Fat on the front lawn, and the 5 underwater that are 13 miles out. That crater detonation, it was the same equivalent of the 1.75 million megaton nuke that he ordered when I was at West. 3 times the size of the Grand Canyon and the same depth as the Grand Canyon as a whole. 60 times the size of the Tsar Bomba, to be exact. Charlotte, Columbus, up to Boston, and 12-foot waves in New Brunswick for the battle carrier group with a yield capacity. Merry Christmas, Republican style. Republican.